So the Ford government today announced all childcare centres across the province can open this Friday. The same day most of Ontario, except mainly for the GTA, can move into phase 2.
There will be limits on the amount of children in the centres at one time. There'll be more screening and more cleaning, and childcare centres will be able to reopen once they meet these guidelines. I want parents to know we will take every measure necessary to keep the kids and the staff safe and healthy.
Childcare centres will open at reduced capacity. Only 10 children and staff can be in a defined space at a time, and they'll be screened for symptoms prior to their entry every day.
We will not allow visitors in our centres. All centres will be thoroughly cleaned before opening and throughout the day. On top of this, we're directing the removal of all toys that could easily spread germs. All childcare centres must have a COVID-19 response plan if a child or a parent or staff is exposed to the virus, and is to keep daily attendance records to support contact tracing.
Now, even though the centres will operate at reduced capacity, the government believes there will be enough space for children because not all parents will send them. And they are assuring parents they will not lose their spot if they don't use it right away. And an open act of defiance did not impress the Premier today. Norfolk County's Mayor Crystal Chopp and Haldimand County's Mayor Ken Hewitt got haircuts in a show of protest. Their communities are not allowed to advance to stage 2 on Friday because of the number of COVID-19 cases in their areas, due largely to outbreaks amongst migrant farm workers. Doug Ford had a few words to say about this.
It wasn't longer than 2 to 3 weeks ago that we had the two mayors from there I remember on TV shouting and screaming saying they're going to fine any cottager that comes up. We didn't have the capacity, they were saying. We had one ventilator, we have a small hospital, we don't want anyone up there. And all of a sudden, bingo, they're out there getting a haircut saying they want everyone to come up. I get it, things change, I get it, but like, you can't have it both ways, and they had a massive spike. Well, they have a massive spike in the area. We have to do the responsible thing.
Now, a lot of people are asking about what I call head-scratching moments on the reopening plan. For example, many have asked why only 10 people can go to funerals and weddings, but places of worship can open at 30% capacity. Well, the Premier said that puzzled him too, but the reason for it, he says, is people from all over come for weddings and funerals, but churches are from one community mainly, so cases can be traced more easily. Another question people have asked is, why can I get a massage but not a haircut? Well, the health minister says it's because of close facial proximity. And one more question around social gatherings, which will be capped at 10 on Friday. I was asked on Twitter if someone has a family of 7 and they're in that family bubble of 7, can they have 6 people over? You're not supposed to. The cap includes your family bubble. So technically, you would only be able to have 3 people over plus your family bubble of 7. And those 3 should be distant, physically distant from your bubble.